Hey Bayek, it's me Ian, and in today's video I'm looking at this. This is How the West Was Won from 1962. And before I go on, I'd just like to thank Del Boy for sending me this as a birthday gift. Thank you so much. And I'm going to put his link in the description. Go over to his channel. He's got a great channel. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, so let's get on with my review. Now, this is 164 minutes long. So it's a long film. It's an epic Western film. And it is amazing. It's great historical significance in the history of filmmaking. It's just an amazing film. Wonderful. And I'll give you a few reasons why. Now, Rotten Tomatoes give it 87%, which is pretty good for them. The consensus has always been very positive on this by the critics, as well as the public as well. Now, it was made on a budget of $14,483,000, massive budget for the time. And box office returns were $50 million. So that's excellent. Now, the other historical part of this film is that it's filmed in Cinerama, which is the use of 3 cameras and projected onto a curved screen, so you get this very special effect. It had been used, Cinerama, for various reels showing sights and all sorts of things, but this was the first feature film in Cinerama. There was to be one more film, which was The Wonderful World of the Brothers Grimm, which again was the same year, 1962, but it never really took off, did Cinerama. This was it. There was so many problems, I think, in terms of it. It just didn't work. But you can say we got loads more, development of widescreen. And widescreen was a better way of cinemas being able to show these films rather than this way with it just wasn't feasible in the end, really. That's what it all comes down to. And there were problems in terms of some directors felt with the way that they directed the actors and the reactions, the positioning. There was so many things that they were not happy about. So, yeah, that's it. Really, with that. Now, this was written by James R. Webb. James R. Webb, a lot of interesting screenplays. Trapeze, 1956. Cape Fear, 1962. They Call Me Mr. Tibbs. Oh, yes, 1970. There were just a few of the screenplays that he has written. Now, this film is also unique in that it's got 3 directors. Now, the first director is Henry Hathaway. Notable films: Brigham Young, 1940, The Desert Fox, The Story of Rommel, 1951, that's James Mason. Rawhide, of course, 1951. And True Grit, yes, 1969, John Wayne. Then we've got John Ford, the legendary John Ford. Career goes back to the silent era, 1917. Notable films: Stagecoach, of course, 1939. Grapes of Wrath, 1940. How Green Was My Valley, 1941. They Were Expendable, 1945. Fort Apache, 1948. She Wore a Yellow Ribbon, 1949. All these are major classic westerns. Rio Grande, 1950. The Quiet Man, 1952. The Searchers, of course, 1956. And The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, 1962. These are just some of a wonderful career of directing. Then, the third director is George Marshall. His career went back to 1915. Notable for Destry Rides Again, 1939. Fancy Pants, yes, it's a 1950 film with Bob Hope, a comedy. Houdini, 1953. It Started with a Kiss, 1959. And Dark Purpose, 1964. These were some of the films. Now, this was a film that had 8 Academy Award nominations at the 36th Academy, and it won 3 Oscars for screenplay, editing, and sound. So it is very much an award-winning film. Now, it also, I think it's important, the locations on this film. There are so many, I can't list them all. They're just iconic scenes of the West. It's all there in front of you, and you breathtaking scenery. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. It's just amazing. It's a visual feast. It really is, and it's wonderful. It is. So the film is divided into 5 segments, and I'll go through each segment. And of course, this other thing is, it includes a lot of major actors. That's one of the attractions of this film. So I'm not going to go into details of those careers, of those, the films and that, because we'll be here till Christmas. But, right. So, now, it is narrated by Spencer Tracy. The first segment is called The Rivers, and that is directed by Henry Hathaway. Right, here's the actors. We've got James Stewart, who plays Linus Rawlings. We've got Carol Baker, who plays Eva Prescott Rawlings. We've got Debbie Reynolds playing Lilith Prescott Van Valen. We've got Carl Malden playing Zebulon Prescott. We've got Agnes Moorehead playing Rebecca Prescott. We've got Walter Brenham playing Colonel Jeb Hawkins. And we've got Lee Van Cleef even in there. Yes, Lee Van Cleef, who plays a river pirate. Then the next segment is The Plains. This is directed by Henry Hathaway. And we've got Gregory Peck playing Cleve Van Valen. We've got Robert Preston playing Roger Morgan. Then we've got Themela Ritter playing Agatha Clegg. And then we've got David Bryan playing Lil's attorney. The next section, The Civil War. And this is directed by John Ford. And we've got here George Peppard. Yeah, George Peppard playing Zeb Rawlings. We've got Andy Devine playing Corporal Peterson. We've got Harry Morgan. Yeah, Harry Morgan playing General Ulysses S. Grant. Then John Wayne, we've got as General William Sherman. Then we've got Russ Tamblyn playing the Confederate deserter. Then we've got Raymond Massey, we've got them all here, playing President Abraham Lincoln. Then we've got The Railroad, which is directed by George Marshall. We've got Henry Fonda playing Jethro Stewart. Then Richard Widmark playing Mike King. The final section is The Outlaws, and this is directed by Henry Hathaway. We've got Lee J. Cobb playing Marshal Lou Ramsey. Then we've got Ellie Walsh playing Charlie Grant. Then we've got Carolyn Jones playing Julie, Zeb Rawlings' wife. And then we've got Mickey Shaughnessy playing Deputy Stover. So that's all the actors, the main actors, and there's such a long list there of wonderful actors. And what performances they give into all these segments. Honestly, it's a wonderful odyssey watching this. It's something that it just works so well. You're just so drawn into it. All the history, it's all there in front of you, and it's wonderful. I can't praise this enough. Also, the music is really good. We've got here Alfred Newman was the composer who composed a lot of great film scores. And we've got also Debbie Reynolds singing 3 songs. She raised a ruckus tonight. What Was Your Name in the States? And A Home in the Meadow, which was to the tune of Greensleeves. Oh, you see, there's all these wonderful things like that. This film, it's so good. It's absolutely wonderful. I can't recommend it enough. So it's got all these historical reasons behind it, but just as a film, if you like epic historical films with a lot of heart, this is the film. It is. I say a lot about it because it is. It feels like that. It feels like it's a love letter, this film, to the historical period of America develops. It is. It's wonderful. I can't praise it enough. What can I say? So I think before I go, I'll just show you the Blu-ray again. Look at that. Great cover. There we are. Look at that as well. And also there's some lovely extras on here as well. And also, yes, it's a 2-disc set. So we've got a widescreen version, and then we've got, yes, the special curved version, you could call it, the goldfish one. It's wonderful to actually see that you know, how it would have been with the Cinerama. It's there on this Agnes. I mean, what can I say about this? It's such a great film and is well deserved of this. Yes. And of course, it may well in the future get a 4K release. That will be interesting as well. So that's it. And thank you, Del Boy, once again for sending me this. Absolutely adored this. I really did. And that's it. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We'll let you know when I put out all these videos. And look in the playlist. You can see all the films and TV shows and bits of music and all the things that I do with Nostalgia Base on this channel. If you've got any comments, please put your comments down as well. And give this a like because it gets it out onto YouTube and hopefully other people might enjoy it in the algorithms and all that stuff. And, you know, I don't know. It all costs notes anyhow, so you can't say fairer than that. And that's it, really. Buy it, that's it. So all I gotta say is, I'll see thee again.